Hello everyone. About a week ago I put a video up on rebate item 41211, which is this essential items rebate at the time of the fight against COVID-19. So since then I've had a couple of questions and I thought I'd quickly use this video to answer some of the questions I've received. So the first question is, can you apply for this rebate if you are currently not registered as an importer? The answer is no, because SARS are not currently doing new registrations of businesses. And so you would have to have already been registered as an importer to use this. Connected to that, by the way, is you do need to be a taxpayer in good standing, which means even if it's not required at the point of submission, you do need to be sure that you can deliver a tax clearance certificate. Next question is, can this rebate be transferred? The answer is no, it can't. So even within large groups of companies, you need to pick the legal entity that you're going to do this to. It is not possible to transfer this rebate between one company and another. Another question that's come through has been, what about traders? Well, this depends on the product and depends on the reason why the trader is doing the import. So ITAC's preference is definitely that the manufacturers make the rebate application, but this of course is not always possible. And so traders will sometimes be essential. Traders need to take extra care, however, so you need to understand that your application is going to receive an extra level of scrutiny. You will have to disclose who you are selling to and why it is that you are making the application instead of the producer. Of course, I think it's essential that traders do have an involvement. They very often have control of that important supply chain. They have the contacts. To remove them out of the process at the moment is going to make it very difficult for us to actually move these essential items. I've also been asked to explain the difference between applying for a permit, which is for an item that's already on the rebate list, versus applying to get an item added. These are quite distinctly different processes. So if you want to understand the process of getting the permit, you can watch the first video. And again, like I said, you can click on the link that's in our description and have a look at that video. The process of applying to get inserted, in other words, a new item added to the rebate list, is quite a bit more work. Here we have to explain why it needs to be on the list. Now, there's some debate as to how on earth the first list arose, but those items are there and that process has already happened. You must remember, if an item attracts a duty at the moment, the item that attracts the duty is typically there because it's protecting a domestic industry. Now, this is absolutely not always the case, and we're aware at the moment of some companies applying to get items added where domestic manufacture is not occurring. But every time you apply for a new item to be put onto the list, ITAC is going to do a mini investigation. It will be expedited to try to find out if there is a local manufacturer, and you're not going to automatically be given the rebate if the item can be purchased locally. Now, this does not mean the local manufacturer can actually supply the product, or perhaps you're looking for a grade or variety of the product that they don't manufacture. You should still make your application, but you do need to be aware that this process will take a little bit longer than simply applying for the permit. And once the rebate has been created, you still need to go through the process at that point of applying for the permit. If you have any other questions, please feel free to email us on covid19@xa.co.za. Remember to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to be alerted every time we put a new video up. I hope this was helpful. Bye-bye.